Welcome back, all our NRL fantasy followers. Round 7 is in the books, and preface for this one, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we are recording this pre-lockout lifted, so a lot of these scores that you see in front of you will probably change, and one that I'm definitely hoping will change is Tommy T here. Look, it's probably not going to change. Tommy T did end up getting 52 points. I believe from sources that he was on about 44 at halftime. So an 8-point second half for Tommy T. Disgraceful from him. We took the punt on him again. And look, I wouldn't say it's a failure comparing to the other scores like Fogarty here, Ponga, who all got injured. But you're definitely not happy with the 52 from your captain. Now, talking about Fogarty and Ponga, we did post that office meme. If you did captain them, apologies. You can't predict injuries, but you can also predict injuries. We've always said that on the podcast, that you have to predict injuries. And if you did captain Ponga, you know, he had that injury cloud over him all week. So was that the right decision? Well, probably not, but that's one for the past. We move on. Looking elsewhere, Smithy's 33. I know Dawes said that the Raiders threw in the white flag early on in the game, so he got hooked. I still think he's going to play 80 minutes next week, so I would be keeping him. I wouldn't be stressing too much about Smithy's. We bought Angus Crichton, only 46 in a game that wasn't very good on Thursday night, so we'll take that from Crichton. Pierce Paul continues to ramp up the points for us. And the big talking point, Terrell May, 32 points in 30 minutes. You really head scratch what Robbo's doing here. And I would almost say that he's lost it. And you got to look towards the future, and Terrell May is the future. So, look, I don't know what his thinking is there, but we move. We hope he plays some more minutes next week. We'll have a cheeky look at his break-even. Oh, it hasn't changed, but his break-even is 41. So, we'll see what comes out of the Roosters camp this week. Joey Lussick, another 28. Poor performance from him. He's going to lose a bit of cash, and I'd say he's a sell. So, if you're like us, looking for Cleary or Hines this week, I would be getting rid of him for Hines. Strange continues to mosey along well. Salmon and Iro both put up decent scores, but yeah, extremely mid score. I think we were about 10k last week, back to 17k. So not all is not lost, but we're going to have to ramp up the scores again in the coming weeks. Moving on to the All Out League, which I will get up now. Shout out to Hasbulla, who beat us this weekend in whatever lobby this is, so shout out to that fella. Is it going to work for me? Here we go. All That League's going strong, 4,841 of you, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Joseph G, I don't believe he was leading last week, so he is now in first place with an overall rank of 6. Wowee, good stuff from him. Nico Hines was obviously elite on the weekend. In my own personal team, I captained him, 73 break even, so he's going to increase in price, old Nico, and he's almost the buy of the week for me. He is going to be in a lot of teams this week. I'd be picking him over Cleary this week if Cleary returns. Nice little team here. Curran continues to score well. Carraz, we actually had Carraz score well for us this week. Like we saw the talent in Carraz, and he's continued to perform. So good stuff for him. Obviously still have Ponga, no Fogarty though, which definitely helps his team out a lot. Let's have a look at number 2 team as well, just to get a bit of a gauge on how everyone is going. Brandon Smith, 24 points. So he had Smithy, Good stuff. To avoid him, most coaches, he was always a trap. Pappenhausen, 31. He also had Carraz. But he also had Fogarty here. So no Ponga, but Fogarty. And I'd be going Fogarty straight out and get Cleary in. Another good example why you don't hold Nathan Cleary is there's always opportunities to get him back. Like if you thought that, hang on, Cleary's going to be impossible to get back. Well, you just look at this week. in itself. And if we go back to the all-out team, Terrell May, sell. Fogarty now sell because of injury. Lussick sell. Smithies could almost be a sell. RTS could almost be a sell. So there's plenty of ways that you can get people back. So I'd always be selling those guns, even if it's 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 3 weeks even, because you can always get them back, especially with the 3 trades now as well. Tipping comp, Fraser leads tipping comp with 44. All that's in 36, so some work to do for us. A quick reminder that if you win any of these leagues, all that merch is coming your way. So keep going strong if you're at the top there. Few buys this week that I'm looking at. Now, like I said just before, I would be getting Nicho Hynes over Cleary this week. He's going to be making cash. Cleary, look, he's coming back from that injury. There's always the injury concerns. Of course, he's going to be a gun. But Nico's just outscoring him anyway. So 74 break even. Can you see Cleary getting over 74? Probably. But I wouldn't be taking the risk. Who does Cleary verse this week? If I have a quick gauge. Cleary has the Cows. So the insipid Cows. So can definitely get more than 74. And Nico has the Raiders. So I'd be getting Nico over Hynes this week. Another one that's going to be a good buy is Reece Lightning Walsh. Now, he scored extremely well on the weekend in a blowout game against the Raiders. We have a quick look at his stats and his draw. The draw really opens up for him. If we can see here, we've got the Tigers, Roosters, Eels, Manly and Titans. So there's definitely a chance that Reece Walsh, just before Origin, can make some really nice cash and put up some unreal scores. If we have a look at what he got last week, all the week just gone, 73 points, 2 tries, 5 goals, 6 tackle busts. So I'd be looking to buy him. If we have a quick look at our cheapies of the week, Iro 32, he looked busy in a game where it was such a blowout. I mean, he could have got us to try other little things that went his way to increase that score, but we'll take a 32 and move on with our lives. Chester, I was a bit worried about Chester, to be honest. And on the Cows, there's so much attacking threats that I always thought it was going to be an issue, but he still got 39 points. So I'd be looking to buy Chester at that price now that he got 39 and a score in a game which was just completely rubbish. 1 try save, 3 tackle busts, 19 tackles, 123 metres. Still got through a lot of work in what was an absolute blowout. So Chester, Iro, still good buys. Obviously, Chevy Stewart had an absolute howler at the back. I'm not sure how many points he got. If we have a quick look here, if it's going to load for me. But Stewart, 18 points, I believe he got. No, he got 10. He got 10. So terrible performance from Stewart, but we move. So Hynes this week. Look out for the Buy, Hold, Sell TLT podcast. TLT podcast will be out tomorrow. It's always a good one. I'm hearing Dor is back on the podcast. So get ready for some elite analysis from Dor and maybe a surprise appearance from the old friend, Thomas Flatley, who is back this week after a healthy stint off the podcast. So keep out for that. We'll see you then. And make sure to like and subscribe. See you later.